So lesson 2 involves working with functions, objects, and methods. And so we're going to learn a little bit more about the JavaScript language, and your programming assignment is going to involve creating pages using JavaScript. Yay. So you're going to read chapter 3 in your book, and then you're going to go through the key concepts. And so I do have a video playlist for this. So here is a link to the playlist. And if you don't want to mess with the playlist, if you open up each section, you'll notice that there are videos that you can watch on the different sections because we are getting into code. So sometimes it is helpful to hear an explanation of what is going on with the code. So we start by covering JavaScript functions and how you go about creating the functions and how you would call a function. And JavaScript is embedded right into HTML. So you will see examples of scripts within a web page. Okay. And as I said, there are videos for all of this. And if I think that additional information may help some of you, I have included links to that as well. Okay, so as you go through here, you'll see code examples. And here is an example for scope, and here is a scope error. Anytime you see an error, it is helpful to take a look at the page and press F12 to get into that developer panel, just so you can kind of, get used to seeing errors and how they look. Here's the example with the error resolved. Naming collisions is another type of error. Although the page may run fine, your end results might not look how you think they should. Okay, so make sure you kind of look at these interactive examples. Then we get into objects and methods. And again, you've got the videos. We get into object properties, creating your own objects. How do you do that? And then everything in your window is an object. So we have a lot of built-in objects. So not only can you create your own, but there are tons of built-in objects. So we kind of start going through what some of those are. And some of this is going to be a little review from what we looked at the end of the 180 class. And then we get finally into errors, the different types of errors that you can run into. So make sure you watch those videos because I think they will really help you understand what is going on. Anytime you have an opportunity to visit a link, especially if it's an interactive site, I encourage you to do that because that will also help you learn. And that brings me to the programming assignment. So the programming assignment, first off, you're going to create the folder structure. And again, this has got a little video playlist. Otherwise, you certainly can watch the individual videos, totally up to you. But for this one, we do have a file that you're going to be downloading into your lesson 2 folder. And then you are going to be modifying that file. You are definitely going to want to watch the videos here because I think they will really explain and show you what you need to do here. Without the videos, I think you may find some of this confusing. So please watch the videos because they will help. And then the next exercise deals with objects. So you're going to create your own page that has multiple objects in it. I do have an example for you to look at. Okay. In fact, I've got to reload this because this is a little interactive. All right, so little interactive page here, but you'll be doing something similar. And there is a video that explains exactly what you need to do. Okay, so again, watch the videos because they will help you and they will save time. Okay, and so then once you're done, I do have a link to the validator. If you have not found the validator to be super useful, I would say it is okay for you to skip it, unless you are making lots of typos. Then we get into how you're graded. So this is how I am going to determine the points that you receive. And as you are working through this, if you have an error and you cannot figure out what it is, okay, so, if you try to go to the page and it's just not displaying properly, okay, then usually you just press F12. And if there's an error, it would show up under console, okay? But sometimes people still have a problem figuring out what their error is, okay? So if that happens to you, just throw me an email. Make sure you have this on the web, okay? Because I'm gonna have to go out and look at this. Otherwise, I can't tell what your error is. Make sure you have it online, and then I will go take a look, and I'm pretty good at figuring out these errors. So I can get back to you and tell you how to fix it. So if you run into any problems or errors, send me an email and I'm happy to help. Otherwise, have a great week and just let me know if you have questions.